Billy Fury, the golden voice of the swinging 60s, is our star in the spotlight today. He's the man who took us halfway to paradise and left us yearning for more with Jealousy. Factsverse presents Billy Fury suffered from an illness that killed him at 43 years old. Rising star. Born Ronald Wycherley on April 17, 1940 in Liverpool, Billy Fury's early life was pretty much an even mixture of challenges and defiance. At just 3 years old, he experienced a traumatic dog bite, and by 6, he was battling rheumatic fever, a condition that haunted him for life. Despite these early setbacks, his love for music was an unmovable pillar in his life. He began piano lessons at age 11, and by 14, he was strumming his first guitar. School life was a series of confrontations with authority, reflecting his rebellious spirit. This tension culminated in a bold exit from school at age 15, marking the end of one chapter and the beginning of his journey towards musical fame. Early Strums. His path to stardom was paved with his deep love for music and an innate flair for performance. His musical influences were largely shaped during this time as a deckhand on the tugboat Formby, where he was exposed to the rich sounds of country and western music from the U.S. This experience inspired him to form the Formby Sniffle Group, a skiffle band, when he met Larry Parnes, a prominent pop manager. Initially intending to sell his songs, Fury found himself thrust into the spotlight, performing them instead. This pivotal moment marked the birth of Billy Fury and set him on a trajectory to rapid fame. His performances were imbued with an Elvis-like energy, capturing the hearts of audiences and drawing keen critical attention. Chart triumphs. Billy's career skyrocketed with hit singles like Maybe Tomorrow, Halfway to Paradise, and Jealousy, placing him on par with the Beatles with 24 hits in the 1960s and a staggering 332 weeks on the UK chart. His musical style was a harmonious blend of rock and roll with mainstream ballads, striking a chord with a diverse audience. Fury's talents weren't confined to music alone. He also ventured into the film industry, starring in Play It Cool and I've Got a Horse, thereby showcasing his multifaceted artistic skills. His live album, We Want Billy, was a pioneering release in the UK rock scene. Despite never topping the charts with a #1 single, his music remained a significant and beloved part of the British rock and roll legacy. Private Melodies. Behind the scenes, Billy nurtured a deep passion for birdwatching, revealing a softer, more introspective side away from the glow and hum of showbiz. His personal life was as colorful as his career, marked by a long-term friendship with businesswoman Lee Everett Alkin, aka Lady Lee Middleton, from 1959 to 67, and a brief romantic stint with actress Amanda Berry. In 1969, he married Judith Hall, but this union ended when he left her for Lisa Voice, an heiress with whom he shared his life in London and on his farm in Wales. The couple remained together until his death, despite living separate lives in their final years. This private aspect of Fury's life, less known to his fans, unveils a more reflective and multifaceted persona of the rock and roll star. Lingering health battles. Billy Fury's lifelong struggle with health issues began in childhood. Rheumatic fever typically arises from an untreated strep throat infection. In Fury's case, it led to aortic stenosis, a serious condition where the heart's aortic valve narrows. This narrowing reduces blood flow from the heart to the rest of the body, causing the heart to work harder and eventually enlarge as it strains to pump blood through the constricted valve. As he entered his 40s, Fury started experiencing severe symptoms characteristic of this condition, including breathlessness, fainting spells, and chest pains. His fight against these health issues was marked by multiple heart surgeries, the first in 1972 and another in 1976. Diminishing stardom amid health and financial woes. Despite his declining health, Fury's passion for music never waned. In the 70s, he made a brief return to the spotlight with a role in That'll Be the Day. But the demands of touring and performing became too strenuous, compounded by his worsening cardiac condition. Financial troubles also emerged, culminating in bankruptcy in 1978 due to unpaid taxes. His musical comeback in the early 80s with The One and Only was overshadowed by his fragile health, restricting his ability to promote the album effectively. His last performance in December 1982 signaled the end of an era for the beloved musician. Conflicting health realities. In his final interview, Fury candidly discussed his health, clarifying misconceptions about his condition. Contrary to popular belief, he had never suffered a heart attack, but dealt with various symptoms stemming from his heart disease. This included periods of extreme fatigue and the need for regular medical checkups. His active and sporty lifestyle stood in stark contrast to the physical limitations imposed by his condition, highlighting the struggle he faced in balancing his desires with his health realities. He admitted to often disregarding medical advice to take things easy, underlining his determination to live life on his terms. The tragic end. Billy Fury's final chapter was a potent mixture of success and struggle. Known as Britain's Blonde Elvis and acclaimed for his chart-topping hits, Fury's life was continually shadowed by health issues stemming from his childhood rheumatic fever. After a period away from the spotlight and undergoing those 2 heart surgeries, Fury bravely attempted a comeback with The One and Only. But his health deteriorated, leading to a hospitalization after a collapse. Despite the severity of his health issues, Billy's later interview responses often carried a lighthearted tone, though underlying his words was a stark acknowledgement of his physical challenges. Fury often found himself at odds with his doctor's advice, striving to live life fully despite his condition. He admitted to facing his own mortality on several occasions, highlighting his awareness and confrontation with his fragile health. Music provided a refuge for him, helping overcome shyness and express himself, although the excitement of live performances proved detrimental to his heart condition. In his last days, Fury had built a tranquil life on a farm, surrounded by the wildlife he cherished, especially rehabilitated owls. However, this peaceful existence was tragically cut short. On January 28, 1983, after a late-night recording session, Fury collapsed at home. Despite being rushed to the hospital, he passed away later that afternoon at just 43 years of age. His funeral was a touching tribute, with industry peers and loved ones gathering to honor his life in music. The world of music lost a unique talent in Fury, a man who, despite relentless health battles, left an indelible mark on the British rock and roll scene. His legacy endures, not only through his music, but as a testament to his courage, humor, and unwavering passion for his art. The world mourned his passing with sadness and a celebration of his musical contributions. A tribute concert in April of 1983, featuring artists like Marty Wilde and Joe Brown, raised funds for heart disease research in his memory. Now it's time to hear from you. Do you have a favorite song of Billy Fury's? Let us know in the comments section below.